Hello everyone, welcome to PUC Online Classroom. Today I am going to continue our lesson, okay? But before I start the new activity, I'd like to talk a little bit about the yesterday grammar point, which is about past simple, or you can say past tense. So as you can see right here, we have different verbs. So right here we have was or were, which is about verb to be, okay? And this one is a different verb. So in order to form negative or question, you have to use did or didn't. All right. Unlike to be right here, was or were. If it is a negative, then you can add not. If it is a question, you can move was or were in the front of the subject and leave the question mark at the end. So that is about to be. Okay. And the reason we use was or were, you have to check the subject. If the subject is I, he, she, or it, then you have to use was. When the subject is you, we, they, then you have to use were. However, if you don't happen to see verb to be, you just only see the main verb, like I moved here 10 years ago. So when you happen to see something like this, so the question or negative must be about did. Okay, so we cannot use were, or was in order to form a question or negative. Alright, so yesterday I asked you to do this exercise, so let's check the answer all together. Complete these conversations, then practice with a partner. Okay, could you tell me a little about yourself? Where? So is it born? So you have to say where were you born? We need to be right here. And then you, we need to say were. So the answer is where were you born? And then I was born in South Korea. Alright, because I. And you see the verb grow up, so you cannot use was or were to make a question, but you can use did. So you can say, did you grow up there? And then the answer is no, I didn't. You can say I grow, but what is a passive grow? So you have to say grew. So you can say I grew up in Canada. All right, what about number two? You see a verb begin right here, so you cannot use was or were. If you don't happen to see any other verbs, then you can use was or were. Okay, so you can say when did you begin? Why past? Because it's all about past. So you can say when did you begin to study English? Then you can say I what? You can say I began. So that is in the past simple of begin. So you can say began. So I began in the middle school. In middle school, I'm sorry. And then you see the verb thing again. So you can say what did you think of English class at first? So you can say I thought, all right, it is about past. I thought it was a little difficult but fun. Okay, let's go to number three. So we have question, we have right here, then you cannot use with to be, right? So you have to come up with did because it is a question. So you can say, did you have a favorite teacher when you don't happen to see any other verbs, right? So it must be to be. So you we use with verb. So when you were a child. Once again, did you have a favorite teacher when you were a child? Then yes, I did. Okay, because we asked about did you. Okay, you cannot say I was an excellent teacher because you are not the teacher, but you can say I had because the question is did you have? And then you can say I had an excellent teacher named Miss Perret. Okay, and then what did she teach? What did she teach? Why? Because we have the verb teach. You cannot use to be right here. She taught. So teach is irregular verb, so you have to change to taught. So you can say she taught science. All right. So once again, number one, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Where were you born? I was born in South Korea. Did you grow up there? No, I didn't. I grew up in Canada. Okay, number two, when did you begin to study English? I began in middle school. Okay, what do you think of English class at first? You can say I thought it was a little difficult but fun. Number three, did you have a favorite teacher when you were a child? You can say yes, I did. I had an excellent teacher named Miss Perez. What did she teach? You can say she taught science. Hopefully you get these answers. If you have any questions, you can leave me questions in our Telegram group chat once again. All right. Okay, so let's go to number 4. That is the listening. You can refer to the audio, the listening audio that I attach. Okay. So just listen to these interviews with two immigrants. Everybody, immigrants refer to people who live in different country. All right. Just like if we move to America, then we can say we are immigrant. Okay. Actually, our nationality is Cambodian or Khmer. Then we move to America. That is immigrant. All right. So you need to find out the two interview with two immigrants to the United States. Where are they from? And listen again, complete the chart. So you need to find out where they are from. Okay. So right here we have Hui and Ahmed. Ahmed. Okay. Yeah, sounds like something, right? If you take a look at the name right here. But anyway, fine. So your job is to find out about the 3 questions and pay attention to each person right here. Okay. And you will get the answer later for this one. All right, so let's go to next one, number 5. Let's talk a little bit about this one. Speaking, tell me about yourself. Okay, so this one you have to check 6 questions below. Then interview a classmate you don't know very well, ask follow-up questions. So I think you don't have to ask your friends right now. You can ask yourself with this kind of questions. All right, so think about yourself and try to understand the question by yourself. All right. And if you don't, that's okay, but it's just something related to your past activity. Okay, when you were a student, all right, in from high school or in your province before you come here. Okay. All right, so let's go to number 6, which is about word power. That is the activity that we are going to focus on, and this is also the last activity as well for this session. Complete the word map. Add 2 more words of your own to each category. Then compare with a partner. So we have 4 different categories: pets, hobbies, um, possessions, and places. So these are your childhood memories, the memories when you were young. Okay, so pets, hobbies. Hobby is something that you love to do when you have free time. Okay. Possession, something that you have, something that you own. For example, a car, a phone, a book that you have. This is about possessions. Places, you know that. All right, so take a look at the words on the left hand side right here. We have beach, cat, collect comic books, crayons, fish, play soccer, video games, playground, rabbit, scrapbook, summer camp, and toys. So let's begin with a cat. It's an animal, right? That is a pet. So it goes to pets right here. Collect comic books. You know, comic books is funny story. Okay. So collect means you gather comic books. You want to keep as many as you can. So that is hobbies. All right, because you love to keep things like comic books. Crayons, that is possession. All right, something that you can paint. Fish, what do you think? So also pets. All right, and play soccer. Okay, play soccer. Not pets, not places, not possession, but it's about hobbies. Play video games is also hobbies because it shows about what you like to play or what you like to do. All right, playground is a place where you can enjoy, especially when you were young. Okay, rabbit, pets, hobby, places, possessions. What do you think about this? um yeah, so that should be pets. All right, you can have a pet rabbit. Scrapbook. Scrapbook is a book that allows you to have the information about yourself, including your address, the picture. All right, and it's about a collection of not only you but the other student. Let's say the whole student in let's say all the students in the class. Okay, uh, just only one book, everyone. Only one book, but it contains all the information about all your friends, including the picture. That's what we call scrapbook. Facebook is now a scrapbook, but is, let's say, a e-scrapbook, because it's about technology, electronic scrapbook, right? Why? Because when you go and check a certain person on Facebook, there will be a list of information about him or her, right? So you can contact him or her easily. Similar to scrapbook in the past, it's just only one book, but inside the book there is a lot of information about the students, all the students, all right, including the picture, the address. So whenever you want to contact anyone, you can try to get a scrapbook. I don't know who will take care of the scrapbook. Usually a class monitor who will take care of the scrapbook. So anytime you want to see your friend, so you might go to your class monitor and then ask him or her to take a look at the scrapbook in order to find out about particular friend, okay, when you were young. Okay, so scrapbook is about possessions. Summer came right during summer, so that is hobbies. Okay, toys, possession as well. All right, something that you have when you were young. All right, so I think that's it for today, and tomorrow I will move on to the next activity, which is about number 7. Okay, so if you have any question, everyone, about this or the just study grammar point, especially past simple right here, you can leave me a question in our Telegram group chat. All right, and I will answer to your questions. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much. Goodbye.